Hello, we have a game played on IGS with reverse Komi between 7q and 8q, where black won by a pretty large margin, especially because of killing the top right corner in the middle game and also managing to keep the territories quite large from the early stages. So let's see how it went. The beginning is quite normal. White plays a high and far pincer to prevent the mini Chinese formation here. So if white simply protects the corner, black can extend back to L3 to set up a loose moya on the bottom side. So white just wants to prevent that. White can play a tight pincer, in which case black usually goes Shimari P3 or O3, or white can approach the corner right away. But this move is also playable. Now black can think about this Shimari O3, O4. It's quite handy, and also black can consider the double approach, because normally you would expect that white defends at c6, so when white plays a different move, then black should take away the point. Now if this happens, white usually plays an attach at f4 or attach d6. Now in either case, black can play a hane, then invade the sansan. Now white will just separate the bottom area and Atari in order to develop in the direction of K4. Then black can approach the top left corner to prevent the Shimari and come back and make his own Shimari at P3 or O3. So O3 doesn't have to be played immediately. If white plays the other attach at D6, then again black can just go San. Now white will develop on the left side, and in this case again black can approach the top left corner or play the Shimari at O3. So it's good for black to consider this kind of Josekis involving the double Kakari and then come back and play the Shimari in the lower right corner. Now back to the game, black played the Shimari, so white can kick and make f3 become heavy. It's very good to go up though. It's too nice to allow a tiger mount at f4, so if black plays away, white will be happy to play this shape right away. Therefore black has to go up. Now this kind of approach, it's a little bit questionable, because it's going to help white more than black. Of course black would like to extend ideal to k4, but now if white has a stone there, it's not possible anymore. So usually white has to go and accept the one space jump extension, even if it's a bit more narrow, and over concentrate it. This is the proper way to try to set up a base and also put some pressure on k4. Now k4 either jumps out or tries to make a tiny base too, and then black can jump out between the groups. Another option for black would be to go out right away at g7, but the idea is not to go too close to the white stone, because it's going to help the white stone become stronger. So the actual game move was the cover at j4, which is a fine option in this case. Normally white should just block k3, then extend again and jump out, in this case to space jump. So it's very easy for white to settle the k4 move, because black approach all the way to j3. So in this case black got a little bit cramped and white has a quite light shape towards the center. White decided to cover, which is a fine option too, and set up a wall. Now here, instead of playing h3, which is fine, is the most natural move to connect, black can consider g2 or f2. So this way black keeps the stones connected. When white turns, black will just block, and also playing f2, black threatens to jump into the corner. So later on black can either invade San or jump at d2. So that's an indirect connection to go down. And it's the same thing playing g2. White can push and then hane, but black keeps everything connected, and then later on black can easily use e2 or c3 to invade the corner. But it's not bad to play a move like h3, because it removes the liberty and white is still on the run. This connection is good, proper way. Now white's jump is a little bit shy. White can play a hane to prevent the Sansan invasion in center, then also m3 as a probe to see whether black pulls back to L2 or pulls back to N2. If black tries, for example, a move like n3, white can sacrifice a stone and make the wall a little stronger, and then try to connect in the center or jump out further. White can also consider Tenuki here because his wall is already strong enough, so white can invade the right side immediately to prevent black's moyo becoming too large. So this kind of one space jump feels a little bit slow. Black plays away, that's a good decision. Now playing Keima here allows the attach in the corner at c17. Normally white plays the Kosumi, e16 or Keima towards the top side at f16. So black jumps for a base, that's a good decision. White attacks and now attach in the corner. Actually here black can play Kosumi and then block the corner and descend. This way black takes most of the corner and white has to extend for a base. Now black can extend on the right side to set up a nice moyo. Attaching here is fine too, but in this position black has to play d16 again. So for white it's going to be very difficult to block now because of the Atari and capture, and in this case white has to pull back to e17 and black can keep pushing and use the cutting points. Here if white decides to leave in the top, it's just very painful. Still lots of cutting points and black gets a lot of outside thickness this way. Compared to the game where white actually got to defend quite solid and now black is low on the left side, this attach is questionable. White should use the attach at c14 and Atari to keep everything low and then extend from the wall, or go all the way to the corner and extend back to k16. So this is actually better for white, so he didn't get punished. Normally black should use d16 here. Now this attach is not so great because black can block in center. It's a good idea to take away the extension in the top, but black should hane first, bump once, and now take away the extension in the top. Usually white will answer to this kind of attach. If white plays away, black is very happy to Atari like this and just make d12 feel useless. So white's attach here wasn't a great idea, but black played away. So now white could hane and capture that stone to put pressure in the corner. And in this case, it's proper for black to capture a stone and just leave. This is the right way to secure the corner. Now a move like O17 looks fine for the top side, but white can still invade in the middle there. So in this case, black should consider R14, so he narrows the gap on the right side. Also expands the moyo in the top, and when white comes inside, for example O17, black can kick, take away the base and extend again. And in this case black has to protect the top right corner and also develop the top side. So white extends. White can actually put more pressure in the corner with this peep or connect. The thing is, if white plays the peep and black connects and white connects, black is on the run now. So it's going to be quite difficult. Also, if white simply connects and black plays here, again, black is forced to make a very painful life in the corner, only 4 points, and white is strong enough on the outside to play away. So white didn't really need to play h17. Now the most open side is the right side. So black got the largest, the last big point on the board, Oba, this kind of Q10, and now white desperately invades. In this case, R11 is a very good block, but black can connect solid. Now white needs to extend for a base. Black can cover or play a Keima or play a bump and then push along. The bump is played to prevent the Sansan invasion, or just leave the position as it is and protect the top left, or hane under once, Atari, and leave the position like that and jump in the middle. I mean, once black plays a solid move at Q11, this gives sorry, when black plays this q11, this is still center because white needs to make a base on the right side, and it gives a lot of potential on the top right corner. This feels a bit more aggressive, take away the base, but white can just scroll. White can also think about the cut, but the cut is related to ladder, so when black extends, white has to set up the ladder. And it works fine. Yeah, black can go out. So this would be captured. Well, black can Atari first and then connect under to prevent the ladder, but white has the Hane and things can get complicated also. Yeah, this scrolling on the second line, it's not great. So black doesn't want to do that. Therefore, white should consider the cut. Or another option for white is to play the clamp at R12. If black connects, white connects. When black cuts inside, white can give up the two stones and just scoop out the right side and the top right corner. Now if white captures here, this way black still gets the top right moyo and white has to leave small on the right side, like this or like this. Only 3 points. This is painful for white. But if black resists with the descent, then white cuts, gives up the stone on the right side, and captures the stone in the net in the middle to stay safe. But white decided to slide and just make base like this. Actually here white can push again and then attach once and now come out. Luckily the group is already alive by playing this move, so for white it's quite comfortable to survive there. This jump is good. The wedge is also good to create cutting points. Black can think about the tiger mount. It's not a problem if white cuts and comes out. White will die inside or anyway. Black is too thick in the surrounding area, so white is not going to create a group like that. So playing a move like tiger mount makes black destroy the center more. So attach, and here white just collapsed. Actually black can just turn on the Hane, descend, turn, go up, push again, Hane in the corner. If block here, just descend. Luckily it's only space for one eye. So like this, white can play the block, push, it's still an eye. That group in the top right corner is pretty much doomed. No way to build twice. Yeah, good decision for black to play again to reinforce. But let's see if there's a better move. For example, one space jump here. So if white turns, just extend. If push Hane on the Hane, black can peep once. Atari connect. Connect also, cut, Atari extend, connect. And now surround everything. And on this Atari, black can sacrifice 2 stones and keep the big dragon dead. So that's a way to kill white on a large scale. This 100 block is good and go up. So this stage, when black peels like a quarter of the board here, killing the 5 stones, black has a pretty slight advantage, and already it looks comfortable. So black is making the big step to win this game. Capturing the top left stone is a proper way to live. Now on this crosscut, instead of Atari, black should go down S4. In this position it's difficult for white to live in the corner and also separate R7. I mean, if white plays a move like Q2 and then S3, black can just play the key point in the corner and connect under to survive, to kill the I shape. Also, black can just play P2, then vital point and go down. And this way, white is simply dead in the corner unconditionally. Now if white plays Atari p3 and goes down, black has Atari like this and capture the 2 stones and also inevitably capture the other stones. Everything collapses here. So for white it's better to play Hane, and when black goes Atari, white Atari from the outside and then connect with the hanging connection and link under. Playing the crosscut, everything can die in the corner. Now if black extends r5, white can go q2, then s3, and this way the group will leave. But black can kill by playing s4. That's a good move to remember in this crosscut fight. Now Atari capture, connect, and this way white got away too easy. But black can capture a stone in center on the second line, threatening to link. This move is pretty big. White is playing a bit greedy here. White should just block and allow the connection under, or just accept a little bit of reducing and keep the corner. Now playing d3, it's a bit questionable. Black should try the pip here and then Kosumi or push in order to damage the side, then leave like this in the corner. The problem with this move is that when black turns, white could Hane, and now when black leaves in the corner, white can compensate killing the 2 stones on the outside. Actually, white can block first and then compensate with a capture, so at least white gets something in return for losing the corner. Now here black jumps, very good. White can push, take away the eye in the corner, then push again, peep, and try to surround everything. This looks a little bit desperate, but being so strong on the outside, white can actually make this capture work. So white can kill everything on the left. But like this, black leaves unconditionally. Here normally white can play b2, and this will lead either to the 1000-year Ko variation, which many times will end up in a seki, so black is alive, or black can play a3 and pull back, and now it's going to be a seki. So black is alive but no points, mutual life. If white plays Atari this way, black can throw in, white takes, black captures, white tries to connect under, but black has an outside liberty, so black can play Atari, and now white has to give up the 2 stones and black will leave with points. But playing like this, black leaves unconditionally. Normally the I shape it's either a2 or b3. Playing like this, white has another center move on the left side like a5 this way. But when black plays a2, there's an eye in the corner for sure and another eye around b3. So now when white plays Hane and connect, black doesn't have to play another move inside. Playing the solid move, what happens here, if black goes away, then white can Atari, push and kill the group, or black has to fight the Ko with this Atari, and it's also painful. White can try to build more in the middle by playing around here. So black tries to jump in and reduce. In fact, black can play Tengen because it's far away from, a little bit further away from J13, and also good distance from N10 and 11 stones. Then white will probably block like this. Then push this way, connect this stone. Well, for black this game looks quite simple because he's got a lot in the top right corner, so all black has to do is to keep everything connected and it's an easy win. So white attaches. Normally here black should Hane, but I guess white will try a crosscut anyway. But even so, black can pull back. Now when white extends, black captures a stone. If white extends here, black can push through from the other side. So either way, black has to reduce the center. So when black plays a hane, white will no be, then black can go up or connect solid, and if white turns, black just extends. And this way, black extends his center more and reduces white. Like that, white can hane, atari, and then protect the middle. White just no be, okay. Should go up in order to create cutting points. This attach was tricky, and actually here white should just play the block. Then if black plays a cross cut, white can push like this. If black comes inside, white cuts from behind. If black pulls back, white connects, and then there is not much happening in that area. On the cross cut, white shouldn't connect. White should play atari and then either capture the stone and jump in the middle, so it's like a mutual destruction there, or atari from the outside and just connect. Then when black connects, white leaves the position like this. Here white chose the worst way possible to defend. He defended one unimportant stone, then black just pushed through. And in the end, white played all these moves in the middle to capture one stone. Very ineffective. Yeah, with this move, white is trying to set up to cut and capture in the top. But actually, white can play an atari, cut right away, then turn, then atari here, capture like this, and now take the top stones. So this sequence is all forced. Playing like this, black can protect with a Kosumi, so when cut, atari go down and nothing happens. Yeah, pretty big to jump in the middle and destroy more points. Also nice to use the idea of the dead stones. Just push here, it's enough. Yeah, that's a good defense. It's a pity black never captured s5 in Sente earlier. This atari is good, but white could ignore it. I mean, white can play a jump, and when black captures, white can defend. All these moves are Sente. This jump, it's not necessarily Sente. But anyway, there's not much to be played at this stage. And probably black should think about a way to separate the stones in the middle from the group on the left side. Good defense here. A nice idea to sacrifice 2 stones and take 1 back. That's only a 1 point captured by white. Here white can jump like this in Sente. The way black can block this kind of monkey jump, actually it's a monkey jump, it's to sacrifice 1 stone, atari from behind, and atari again. Black can atari, then hane, and if white doesn't pay attention or he's greedy to cut, there's a double atari. Well, white paid attention. This move is not necessary. So let's say black plays connects here. White atari connect. If white pushes, atari connect, and black can play away again. Because anyway, when white atari, black will connect. So playing k1 at this stage, it's no need. But playing atari and block, this will give a point here and also save the point at k1. So it will be 2 extra points. 30.5 instead of 28.5. And now just 1-2 points moves till the end. Very good to take some center moves. White never played this a5 on the left side. And actually white could resign this game, especially that after killing the top right corner there was no chance to build more or come back. So this was a very good game played by black. Congrats.